Testing. Wow, that's like 5 seconds. Hey everybody, welcome back to Twitch, eTalk UK on Twitch, because you can't stream on Xbox, sorry, on YouTube via Xbox. It's going to be a bit of a relaxed stream today, which I know is not usually associated with Lies of P. But it's a Lies of P celebration stream. For those of you that don't know, let me just change this to something that's got more ammo. Anyway, I beat Lies of P just over 2 weeks ago, last Tuesday. Finally beat the Nameless Puppet. And I'm just going to kind of revisit certain areas, go through the grind run that I used to do. That's like a very short thing. Going to be revisiting all the different areas that you have the bosses in, and just kind of talking about the experience. Maybe talk to some characters, see if there's any other bits and pieces. I also want to visit the Stargazer from Chapter 9. I don't expect it to be activated, but I wanted to see what was over there. But yes, restart is for New Game Plus. We don't want that. Wow, that's almost out of the screen. But yes, done all of it. All, I think it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 11 chapters. Gosh, there's quite a few Stargazers in there. Oh, we can't revisit that at the moment. That's a bit of a shame. I forgot about that. That means we can't revisit the first boss area. Anyway, let's talk to a couple of characters. I'm aiming to be live for about under an hour. What was that?
You have been such a great help to Master Vanini. I will do my best to be of assistance in return.
I don't think we need to buy anything. Hey, look, everybody's alive again. Nice. No bad ending.
This great disaster, the Krat crisis, has left no one unaffected. But it's over now, thanks to you. We are all in pain. We're all hurting. But now it's time to begin healing. I will do everything I can to help. Together, Compagno, I think we really can make Krat, if not the entire world, a better place.
I just want safety for everyone at the hotel, at least. That's why I should make sure you're well armed. If you need anything, just ask.
Welcome to Hotel Krat.
I've made up my mind. I am going to keep living to honor Atkinson's sacrifice. Someone needs to tell everyone out there what happened in Krat. I'm gonna look for a way out again. Thanks for all your help. I hope Krat finds fortune soon.
Cool. Cool, spoilers, Geppetto's not going to be up there. What happens if I... Oh, I can't help the cat. That's to do with like your humanity and stuff, innit? Cool. It's the first time I've been able to do that. What is still in here? Can I grab this? Can't remember how you get that. Yeah, he's not here anymore. That was Lady Antonio's chair. Don't think I can use this. No quartz left. How far did I get? Phase 5. I didn't know I had that. Increase the amount of cubes used. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm really disappointed we can't revisit the first area. And I don't know how to get around that. And I'm not going to press New Game Plus just to do that. Where do we want to go first? Because we can kind of just do whatever we want. So I used to do, I'll show the route and the routine I used to do in a minute. It was there, and then there's the boulder that takes out the enemies. I used to do that in a certain way. I guess let's go to the boss revisiting parts and just talk about each one, I suppose, which we can't do for that one. Oh yeah, this was the I might level up or something. Actually, because I got my 62,000. I don't know. Yep, this was the corrupted Parade Master. What was it? He was on... It was a very tall building. I think it was that one, kind of jumps off the side. That was an interesting point in my game, because I remember... I think I did that one the first time, but I did use a Spectre. Not that that's a problem. Yeah, it is this building, because I remember you come in, I think it's from there, you're facing this way, he jumps off of there, and then you walk through there afterwards. The thing's not there anymore. Kind of makes sense. Yeah. So my early confidence started growing. Let's go to... It was that one. Show this first. I'll show the route that I'm talking about. It might be useful for some of you. Why is this not showing my Oh, it does when I pause it. It's not showing viewers. Manage. Pause, stop. Anyway, what's this over here? Oh, cool. Alright, let me show you the route that I do. And those of you that are watching that want to do a little bit of grinding, I guess you can use this over and over again. So that means those two are activated down there. You can run up here, let that come through. Might get caught out here. Go here. Another one go. Activate this guy. Come back this way. Come back over here. this many times. And there's a few things you can get in the game, obviously, like, what do you call it? Certain items you can have where it gives you more ergo, so you'd put that on, obviously, and you'd get this. And then what we do is we go most recent Stargazer. And then I would just run up, do it again. Sometimes I would be able to run to the top, trigger the last enemy, run all the way back down, and then while the boulder's still going and is killing them, wait for like the last one, because you can see the health bars through the walls. Wait for the last one, kind of stand here, and then rather than teleporting back, you just activate that. Takes like a lot less time, and that reactivates it. Let's try doing that actually. There's an enemy down there as well, but we don't need that one. Let's wait for this first one to go. I haven't done this for a little while actually. Wait for that one. There's a much better way that you can do this, but I'm very out of the flow of practicing it. Middle. Well, you don't have to, but I just wish there was a way you could pull more enemies into here, because in the boulder, the idea is obviously the boulder just takes care of it, and eventually just gets them all. Oh, I didn't do the thing, did I? Let's try to do it again and time it better. I probably haven't done this particular run for months, I think. Right, and go. Let's try to do this better. I know I can do it a lot better. You always have to stop here, so swivel around, go like that. Going. Ouch. Oh my god, we almost died. I took a lot of damage from that. And then him going. And then run backwards. Oh, he's not been activated. Let's see. Oh, I used to be able to see them through the walls. Hold on. Maybe they changed it. Oh, see, there we go. Wait till we get our last bit of ergo. There we go. Didn't quite work the same way, but anyway. Alright, let's move forward from here. I feel like I'm going to lose my 71,000 at some point. Let's visit, yeah, boss room number 3. Wow, this brings. I haven't been here for God. I haven't probably literally been in this room for 2 years. Or no, apart from this year when I did the boss run through. Yeah, I think it used to be there. Wow. Gosh, this was my first stumbling block, I think. for a boss. Maybe we have to stand on these. Can you? No, we can't destroy them. One thing I maybe could do is not take on each boss, but do like a boss rematch and just briefly show each of them, maybe. I remember he had one of the easiest attacks to just move out of the way of. It was when he like stuck the wrench he had up like that, and he would charge at you, but it would be so slow, and it would be a red attack, and you could honestly just walk past it like that. I found it quite funny, but it was good with that because he would be charging it from, let's say, here over to here, and you could already kind of walk this way, let him go there, and then like attack him up against the wall. So that was pretty good. Gosh, that just brought back a bunch of memories. What was the next one for this? Oh my god, the Archbishop, yeah. Wow. I'm glad all the memories are coming back to me of doing these bosses for the first time. Nice little celebration. Where is it you come from? I think it's... No, it's the other way. God, this was like a really, really big stumbling block for me. Yeah, I remember the thing was there, I think. Gosh. It's where I started using some throwables and the fire weapon that I've got. Damn. The Archbishop. Yeah. And just, did I struggle against this more than the level 3 boss? I think I probably did. I think it was also the second phase. I think this might be the second phase boss. Yeah. And then like the tail thing comes out with the head on it. But it's best if you attack the other side. Yeah, I remember all that. What was the next one? Oh yeah, the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Of course, Malum District opened up, and then you get unlimited throwables for the rest of the game. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. And then they come back, don't they, later on? Which one was easier, would I say? Do you get a Spectre? Yeah, you get a Spectre for both fights, don't you? I think you come through this way. Yeah, it's this way. Remember going... Yeah, I remember coming past here. The thing was here, maybe? There you come through. They're like climbing on the sides and that, take their turns. And then yeah, you go into here afterwards, don't you? Didn't this tie back into... This is where you get the tree afterwards. I'm pretty sure. I think I did this one. No, it wasn't first time. 'Cause let me see. This boss... I suppose there's a different way we can get back around here, but we'll revisit this later. 'Cause isn't there, that way? I think it's that one. Anyway, we'll visit that later. Or in a minute. Where were we? Where are we? Oh yeah, Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Hang on, I'm gonna need to collect this fruit coin, otherwise it's gonna drive me mad. I know I don't need it anymore, but I can also show that, I suppose. Try to play the piano as well, I haven't pressed on that in a little bit. Anyway. Kind of funny that no one's cleaned this up. There we go. What are we doing? Okay. Where are we next? Yeah, we showed that off. This is an interesting one. Still on fire. The King of Puppets fight. Yeah, remember you come through here. I don't remember these tables being here, unless they just got destroyed. The thing was here. It was not. Remember it was weird because it had like a checkpoint thing out there, and you ran past this. Obviously, you don't want to get hit by it. And then you come all the way back through here. Yeah, the King of Puppets fight. One thing I want to do is go and read all of the robot or puppet, I guess, dialogue for the games, for the game, because I've not done that. What was interesting with me about this fight is there's the really big silver sword you can use. It can extend as well. I should just show it. This one. And I remember like guarding really well against the King Puppet thing, and then Romeo comes out, and like that's where you got to be really good at blocking and stuff. I think it was a case of like making sure my Spectre was healed, and then you know what I want to equip actually is, I think it's this one. Oh god, I remember this weapon. This got me through a lot of the early game. It just was pretty good to use. Alright. Really, I have to use that? Okay. Can I sit in this chair? There's also some foreshadowing obviously in this area, which is interesting as well. Just remembered one that we missed actually. Is it here? Might have been here. The donkey fight that you have is kind of a bit of a mini boss, but still has a full red health bar. Let's just see if it's this one. I think so. I love the environmental storytelling as well. Can I smash this window? No. I really want a TV show for this game. No, it's not this entrance. I don't know where it went. In case some of you want my pitch, if you go to entertainmenttalk.org, I made a podcast called Pitching a Liza P TV series. I should probably re-promote that one. Alright, back to where we were going. Mound District. That one. This was an interesting one as well. So yeah, this is where you meet Simon for the first time, isn't it? And he's got Lexaxia with him, and you fight Victor. Victor was one of those very, very satisfying fights. And again, this is where my confidence kept building and all that sort of thing. And of course, when you get into the petrification disease and all that. But I remember it being a pretty good fight. Wasn't one that was too hard. I think I did it on my second or third try at least. I think. I also think I've missed another one. Where was it? Before that. There was one boss fight against the woman in white. She had like her sister was killed by puppets. That was a very, very satisfying fight to do, just like mechanically. I think it was along here somewhere, but oh, of course there's the clown puppet thing that you fight there as well. I think it was along there somewhere. Maybe it didn't have a stargazer directly next to it. As we move from that, yeah, it's where you meet Simon, it's where you meet Lexaxia. Simon does get teased a bit earlier in the game. I think it's when you defeat the Archbishop. And then... yeah. Let's go... oh god. This is bringing back some memories. Oh dear. Oh my god. Boy, do I remember this one. The swamp monster. Man, the amount of times where did it start? All the way over here. Granted, there's no enemies on the way, which is nice. Did I never get that open? Wait.
There must be some way to open this.
Is he glitched
Door
out?
open, no?
Is that him there? Flickering. Huh, I must have never gotten in there. I just remembered it was there. And the amount of times dying to this swamp boss fight and just starting from here over and over again, running all the way down there, pushing through the door and giving it another go. This, now as much as I struggled on Nameless Puppet and various other bosses, this almost made me quit the game, because I was almost at a point where I was like, who am I doing this for? What am I still doing this for? And then I got, you know, the good run, got through a few throwables in, and I got the job done. This really gave me some trouble, and you get a Spectre in this fight as well. God. Jeez. You could argue that I struggled with this more than Nameless Puppet, because Nameless Puppet was more of a mental game rather than mechanics. But wow. Yeah, I remember this one. This one was gonna stay with me. But I killed it technically, yep, twice. I killed it, didn't I? Because with the New Game Plus run. Man, I died so many times. I would be curious to see my death count for each boss, because it's probably higher on this enemy than anybody else, honestly. Because I certainly spent more time in this boss fight than I did in any others. I think I was stuck on it for a week, and I remember I just beat it and got it out of the way, and then Spider-Man 2 came out. So, oh man, memories. Alright, let's move on. Where's the... Where is it? Stargazer for, what was it called? The twin characters. This one? Okay. Was it this? No. There was a Stargazer that was outside of it. No, it wasn't this one. I don't think it was that one. No. Pretty sure it was after the Swamp Nest. Yeah, it was after Victor. Where did it go? This one? Because there's a Stargazer outside the building, and then there's stairs that go up. You avoid one enemy, you then climb up another set of stairs, and the enemies... No, it's just before this. At least we can get into the station from here in a minute. Let me just which one was it? Wasn't this? Wasn't that? Wasn't those? Is it after that? Is it after this? I swear it's one of these ones. Let's just click on each one. I'll know it when I load up into it, because obviously we're stuck on the boss for a bit. Let's just keep going through them, we'll find it eventually. No, it wasn't this one. It was not this one. I don't think it was that one. It's before Corrupted Parade Master. It's not this one. Damn, now I'm trying to remember which. It's before this. It's before the Brotherhood fight. It's before. It might be. Is it that one? It was after Swamp Nest, but before Corrupted. This is the one. I didn't think it was called that. I thought this was a different one. Alright, let's go to this area. There'll be an enemy for me to avoid, but... sure I'll be fine. Oh yes, this is the one. Tiny, dinky little area. I'm not sure what that fan's all about. 'Cause that looks a bit like Ergo, doesn't it? Because yeah, you'd come out of here, go down there or something. Well, let me do that, which is odd. Victor could not be completed, but she... Okay, whatever. Yeah, I remember having trouble on this one. Did do it eventually though, but parry timings and whatnot. So yeah, don't have as much to say about that one. I can't remember what it was called. That boss. Right. Yeah, we can talk about both bosses, I suppose. At the station. Gonna ignore those. What's that? Oh, our shopkeeper's gone. Oh, hello. No, I don't want to fight you. In the demo. Start of the game. Still following me? Yep, first proper boss fight, Parade Master. And then the corrupted one. It's nice just to go to these areas and not have a boss to worry about. Can you go from here into the hotel? Because that's what you do afterwards, don't you? Up here. Yeah, I think it's still barricaded. And then you have to tell your first lie, which is say that you're a human. There's a lot of puppets here. I don't think you can get through this way. Oh, you can. Huh. Alright. Still can't quite remember where the donkey one is. I do want to figure that one out. Damn. You first walk in all that time ago. Can you go back out this way? Yeah, you can. I think I know where we can go. There's a stargazer that's near that window with the woman. You climb down and you run through. See if we can find that. And that is... think it is that one. It mightn't be the one afterwards. We will have some enemies chasing us though, but that'll be fine. It's the one after this, I think. Oh, he's still here.
For your information, I didn't steal it.
Yeah, he told me 2 years ago, mate. Yeah, I remember buying that from this guy. I love this game. Why is this all electrified? Why is that electrified? I don't know. I've never seen that like that before. Let's just see where the next one leads us to. I think this is actually after the donkey fight. Oh, it's right next to it. Cool. Yeah. It was, it's over here. So remember Geppetto was hiding in this, wasn't it? He's trying to get Geppetto out. That's not him, is it? Be interesting if like the bodies were still there. Is that an enemy? Gosh. Yeah, I remember using this for this boss fight, and it was just made the game feel very approachable early on. So I guess you might wonder, like, I talked about which early ones rose my confidence. It was probably this one that started dipping my confidence a bit, and then I just kind of kept going through, I suppose. Move on to the next one. Gosh, we're at this point already. Yeah, the Brotherhood fight. This one's more about wow, this is dark in here. There's all the light gone. Something interesting. I remember it kind of if you like hit the inactive brothers, it's much easier. But it was ideal if obviously you got rid of the 3 of them before the big brother came down. He was like really hard to fight, and then you had to use like the pillars and stuff for blocking his big like blue attack. Gosh, I remember that. This one didn't cause me a terrible amount of trouble. It was difficult, but once you get a good rhythm, wasn't too bad, I suppose. As we go from that, which one was it? This one, I believe. Luxaxia. I did this boss fight in about an hour, I think it was. But I remember doing Luxaxia and Simon on the same day, weirdly, and they're considered like 2 of some of the hardest bosses in the game. That might be that psychological thing of you hear about like, oh, Luxaxia and Simon, they're so difficult, and then you go in there and you kind of do it. Never really was parrying the lightning and stuff. Did have a Spectre and all that. but just ended up getting a good rhythm and a good run. And I did it within like, I think it was just over an hour. Still died a bunch of times and all that. Gosh, yeah, one of the big ones. One of the really big ones. And of course I'm going to show you all of these boss fights, or as many as I can, in a bit. I'm not going to attempt to actually fight them, I'm just going to show them to you so you can get a bit of a flashback representation of them. So with that being said, let's move forward. Wow, they're right next to each other. Simon and Nameless. I think you come out here after the game's ended, don't you? Yeah, Simon, I also did within about 2 to 3 hours, I think it was. It's genuinely funny because Simon and Exaxia I struggled less with than, let's say, Swamp Nest. Struggle with that one twice as much as Exaxia and Simon. And then Bishop struggled with that one more, so I guess I'm just different in that way. I don't know. But let's run up to here. I love all the bits of blue ergo flying around. This is a pretty big arena, isn't it? Don't want to be... God, don't want to be falling down there, do you? I guess there's no like elevator buttons open or anything because I have all the stargazers open. I didn't actually realise until now how big this arena actually is. It really is quite big, isn't it? Damn, yeah. Now we have to go all the way back. Alright, moving on to the final one. It'd be great if I could take the elevator down, but apparently that's not there. This arena, this next one. Spent many a time even just thinking about it. The Nameless puppet. Ah man, still remember coming over here, clicking on this, going to the bottom and giving my heart in my original playthrough. I've not actually had a chance to look around this arena at all really, because I spent so long dying in it. I wonder what these bodies are representing. How many people died here? Man. What's that in the middle? There are a lot of bodies here. I wouldn't think there would be so many. I don't know, there's some pipe for some reason. Ah, gosh. The amount of times I died in here. The most mental fight of anything ever in any game for me. Watching him arc over my head, spin around, do all this other crazy stuff. Yeah. There we go. Nameless puppet. Right, I'm not sure what my Ergo is going to do if I do this boss rematch, if I'm going to lose it. Let's go back to the hotel though. See what it does. It's a good way to revisit all the bosses without, you know, doing the whole game again. Have you got all of them here? Okay, it's not got Donkey. I'm just gonna like run around the boss and just show each of them. I'm not gonna be attempting to do all of them. I'm already running slightly over time of what I set, so gosh. Oh, there's no the woman with the sword. Name is Puppet. You son of a bitch. Right. But what's this? Death March. You can freely combine which bosses to consecutively. Oh, okay. At least 3 bosses must be selected and you'll have limited HP and items. Difficulty is limited to selectable range. Okay, we're not doing that anyway. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. Can I save my Ergo somewhere? Will it get rid of it? No, difficulty 1. Just so it's slower so I can show it off. Difficulty 1. Don't know what this is gonna do. Should I do this in another stream? I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Switch. And that all. Okay. IMIO goes at the top. Yeah, I don't want to be losing it. Where is I shouldn't need this because I shouldn't be dying here. Okay, protects Ergo even in death. What? Why would you do it? Oh, I guess you just have it. puppet. Yay. I know I can't do that with every boss. I know I can't do that with every boss. Cool. I got hit way too many times. Anyway. And what I mean by can't do that with every boss is defeat every boss that easily, because you're not going to be standing and attacking with Nameless Puppet. Anyway, I'll do another stream at some point to show off the rest of the bosses in the way that I said I was going to, but there's your first of the taste of the first one and a bunch of the different arenas. So yeah, it's good to do this. It's good to go back through some old areas and check some stuff out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to us or follow us here on Twitch at eTalksUK, but I really only use this with games on Xbox. Where you really want to be is Entertainment Talk Plays on YouTube. Yeah, Entertainment Talk Plays on YouTube for all of our streams and clips and stuff. This will be getting archived onto YouTube itself, which is Entertainment Talk Plays. So if you've missed this on Twitch, you can find it on YouTube, and go over there and check that out. I have to do the same thing with the other stream. So yeah, anyway, you can head over to entertainmenttalk.org, and podcast platforms are the same name for TV, games, films, Main United podcast. So check that out. You can listen to my Overcoming Liza P and myself podcast, hear my story, although I've kind of told you my story here, so check that out, and just a whole load of other stuff. Anyway, I'll be back with part 2 at some point, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.